Relates to more quick news. All praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Rakakadash. You have a meeting between President Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un. They were meeting in Beijing, and Putin is also discussing relating to Putin and Xi relating to organ transplants. Trump allegedly said Putin allegedly thinks that Putin, Xi, and Kim Jong-un conspiring against him, conspiring against U.S. relating to those three. Florida schools relating to ending certain mandates, COVID mandates. U.S. will stand up to CCP's organ harvesting. Mike Johnson relating to that, House Speaker. We had a Chinese man relating to protests. He had a symbol or sign on the wall in the midst of the military parade protest in China. You have Fisher from, he was a military analyst, international analyst. He's talking about the harvest relating to CCP. CCP has, which is Communist China. Communist China has mobile executive vans. U.S. also striked a Venezuela drug boat. You had a 21-year-old student deleted her infant child and left her in the dorm resident closet. The dormitory resident closet of the dormitory. University of Kentucky, 21, cheerleader, white female. The infant was placed in a trash bag and put in the closet. Scripture talks about iniquity shall bound and the love of many shall wax cold. So, you gotta be pretty cold to be to do something like that. You know what I mean? Pretty much sick and evil, in the matter of speaking. But that spirit is being put on the earth. Think thou I come to send peace, but rather a sword. You know what I mean? The scripture says, think thou not come to send peace on the earth will already be kindled, relating to fire. Think thou come to send peace, but rather division. So that's a vibration that the Lord is sending, man. You know what I mean? You had Trump meet with the new Polish president, Karol Nawrocki. Some point relating to that analyst, that military analyst, the international analyst, Fisher. He said at some point the CCP will collapse. Then you had something with like firmer business investments relating to U.S. core businesses, making like firmer business investments. You had something with U.S. seizures over 300,000 of pounds of meth. You know what I mean? You had 11 T's deleted relating to an activity relating to the Trump administration. You have Trinidad and Tobago, the TT. They support the U.S. strike relating to in the Caribbean, relating to the fight, the drug cartel fight. You know what I mean? Because you have relating to U.S. and Venezuela. You know what I mean? And that goes to battling against the cartels. Trump's wartime law illegal. Relating for deportation. somebody is suing relating to the Trump administration relating to ending collective bargaining. DHS offers reimbursement to police agencies if they cooperate relating to helping with immigration enforcement. They'll get, I believe it's $1,000 bonus or something, or some kind of compensation. You have Trump plans the relating to coal lease sales. So coal lease sales. You having Disney has to pay over $10 million relating to violation of children's privacy violations. So this is a few reports. Let's see. Yeah, so that's a few reports. Let's look up something. Collective bargaining is a process where a labor union, that goes with the labor unions, negotiating relating to the employer on the behalf of the employees, relating to establishment of terms of wages, benefits, working conditions, things that's important to an employee. That's what that collective bargaining go into. That's what your labor unions fight for, related to the employees, and why you pay them labor dues, them union dues. Collective bargaining is a process where a labor union negotiates with an employer on your behalf, kind of like a lawyer now or an agent. Of a group or employees to establish terms of employment, including wages, benefits, hours, working conditions, and other workplace policies, other concerns. So Trump, they trying to relating to that, so they don't have pretty much no rights in the matter of speaking. So I seen that on the report. I got this news report on NTD, which is New Tang Dynasty News. The process results in legally binding collective bargaining agreement, CBA, which is a contract that outlines the agreement upon terms of duration of the agreement. Scripture talks about woe to you write unrighteous decrees and grievous to whom they may be prescribed. You know what I mean? So our outline agreement on terms and durations of the agreement in the United States National Labor Relations Act, the NLRA, protects employees' rights to bargain collectively through a union, establishes the National Labor Relations Board, which is the NLRB, as an agency enforces these rights. And that's what that is. Promotes labor peace, power dynamic, set of terms relating to employment, empowers employees. That's the purpose of collective bargaining. I'll read a few of them. Allows a worker to negotiate as a unified group, giving them more power than they would have as an individual employee. Without the unions, he's pretty much like this here, right to work states like Florida. They pretty much do what they want, man. That's why the unions are there, in the employee's behalf. Set of terms, agreements cover a wide range of topics, including wage, benefits, vacation time, health, safety, and disciplinary rules. Balance of power is a dynamic. Collective bargaining helps to balance the power between employees and employers, leading a fair working condition. providing a framework for negotiating conflict resolutions that can lead to more stable and peaceful labor relation, and also peaceful relating to work environment, man, where it's favorable to the employees, because that's where it's supposed to benefit with employees. And so this is just a few things relating to that: employee representation, negotiation, agreement, collective bargaining. So they're suing relating to having that collective bargaining, tool. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is just something short relating to that. Hope it helps relating to information. You having Trump orders have stripped nearly half of a million federal workers of union rights. So that's what that goes to. And that's why they're suing relating to collective bargaining. So he's stripping them relating to that, man. Uber and Amazon win in Canada spotlight progressive labor legislation. And what else? Commerce Department's union sues over rollbacks of collective bargaining. That's what that goes to. What else? So this is just something quick. You had another situation. Yeah, 30 countries suspend or restrict relating to shipments to U.S. I see now in the report. Like I was saying, you had the military strike of a Venezuela drug boat. And let me see what's on the news real quick. Epstein files are being released relating to they will compile their own list. Some of the Epstein files will be released. Trump says he could deploy National Guards to New Orleans. He's talking about, he also relating to Chicago. U.S. military strikes alleged drug boat in Caribbean, rising tensions relating to Venezuela. Top U.S. adversaries band together for military parade. Major Marjorie Taylor Greene joins Epstein survivors calling the release of the files. Trump plans the federal law enforcement take over Chicago, Baltimore, despite governor's opposition related to judges. HSS employees demand resignation of RFK. The CDC has become a political tool that increasingly peddles ideology instead of science, ideology that will lead to severe health consequences. California, Oregon, and Washington will not allow the people of our state to be at risk. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, the Lowell police chief addresses the media on the armed man on UMass Lowell campus, another campus incident. Trump responds to the internet rumor about his death. Mayor Tommy Battle hosts media roundtable. In the U.S. Space Command, they are transferring it to Huntsville, Alabama. I believe it was from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Now it's from Huntsville, Alabama, relating to the new U.S. Space Force headquarters. HUD threatens to cut federal funding for public housing authorities. It's a few days ago. It's California News. And talks about that also relating to illegal migrants, talking about cutting relating to funding for them, relating to benefits. I see now in various reports. So this is just something short. We give all praise Yahweh Shem Yashah Bashim Rakakadash. Trump holds a bilateral meeting with President of Poland, which is Karol Nawrock. So that's what that goes to. All right. Hope it helps relating to information. This is Zayel Wolf. All praise Yahweh Shem Yashah Bashem Makakadash. House votes 212 to 208 to approve the Jeffrey Epstein probe measure relating to the files. That being said, I hope this helps relating to information. Hundreds of struggling Arkansas farmers ask federal government to save them. Farmers hurting, man. Plus a lack of workers as well. So there's a lot of things that's going on. Knowing this in the last days that perilous times shall come. Bad, evil times, troublesome times. That's the times we're in. So be circumspect as fools as wise. Redeeming the times because the days are evil. So be watchful. That being said, shalom.